Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun little project to share with you featuring the Beautiful Flowers stamp set by Simon Says Stamp. This gorgeous floral set has been very popular and for good reason. There's so much you can do with it. I mean, who doesn't love a beautiful flower? But I've seen lots of different techniques which really brings out all the mileage you can get out of the stamp set. I've seen Debbie Hughes watercolor it. I've seen Yana Smakula do her Copic coloring magic with it. I'm going to do Emboss Resist just to show another variation. So I'm embossing this large floral image in clear on a panel of Neenah Solar White cardstock. So I'm pouring on the clear embossing powder. I like to do it over a sheet of vellum because I get real messy when I pour my embossing powder. And that way I got lots of area to pour. And then I just use that vellum to funnel it right back into my little embossing powder tub or container. Now I'm heating that with the heat gun, and then I'm going to use distress ink. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately. People want to see how I organize my distress inks. I don't have anything exciting, but I can show you my tin. This is how I store them. There's really, I don't know why I put them in the order I do. I just kind of, it looks pleasing to my eyes. So these are some of my most favorite colors. The Twisted Citron, Cracked Pistachio, Mermaid Lagoon, what's that, Blueprint Sketch. Those are my most used of the cool tones. And then the warm Candied Apple, Spice Marmalade, Squeezed Lemonade, and Picked Raspberry. I use those colors the most. I have one other tin. These colors I don't use that often, but sometimes I use that light for a sand, or I'll use the grays if I'm doing like a road scene. But I don't use these colors as much as the bright, rainbowy, in-your-face, happy colors. It's just kind of like my vibe. You know what I mean? So I'm starting with Squeezed Lemonade. I'm going to do Emboss Resist. So you blend it until you can see that clear embossing powder pop through. I started to mask off thinking, you know, I don't want to ink blend and get it into the leaves area or get it into another flower area. But if I were to do this over, I don't think you need to mask at all. You just ink blend, and if it bleeds over, it's very forgiving. In the end, it doesn't really matter because it all looks beautiful. That's my opinion. And also when you mask, sometimes you can get some sharp, you know, sharp lines in there from the masking tape that you don't want. You want it to be very fluid and soft and flowy. So that's why I probably wouldn't mask if I did this a second time. But I wasn't about to start over. I'm just going with it, and I'm going to make it work. So I used Squeezed Lemonade, I did a little Spice Marmalade, and right in the center, I did Picked Raspberry. Now I'm doing the leaves with Twisted Citron and a little Lucky Clover to give it some darkness on the inside, trying to fade it out and give you that bit of gradient love that I like to do. So I'm going to do all the flowers with the same colors. Now this is why I keep telling myself, but I forget to get some. I need to get some of those little daubers that are the small ones about the size of your index finger. And those would be good for if you want to just do a touch of that dark color right in the center of the flower. And you can get a small little circle of it. I need some of those. I just feel like I need all the things. I need all the tools and all. I had a weak moment last week. I broke down, and you don't want to know what I spent on the new Lawn Fawn release. And I have so many stamps. Goodness, I have so many. But the Lawn Fawn release came out, and I thought, you know what? I'm bad about buying stuff and then not using it because I just want it, and I don't even have time to use it. But a few days go by, and you feel like you can't live unless you have. And I bought so much, but I just couldn't get over their new release. It was killing me. The little mice on the roller coaster, forget about it. I couldn't take it. I just had to have it. So now you can see I went ahead and ink blended the whole floral image, and now I'm trimming it out with my scissors, doing the fussy cut magic there, and trying to cut as smooth and close to the edge as I can, and there she is. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. Now I wanted some striped, a little strip of striped pattern paper, but I didn't have any. I always want some striped black and white pattern paper. Don't always have any on hand. So I thought, well, I'll make my own. And I have this background cling. This is by Simon Says Stamp. I can't find it in the store now. Maybe it's old, but it's just a simple striped background cling. I'll go ahead and link to some that are very similar. There's some others. Gina K Designs has one similar. My Favorite Things. I think Impression Obsession has one. But if you have one of these on hand, you can always make your own little strip of black and white stripe pattern paper, which you're going to need. Every once in a while, you're going to need a nice stripe to contrast, especially with a floral. You know what I'm saying? Stripes and florals, it's like peanut butter and jelly. So I'm putting that down, and then I have a panel here that I put some fun foam on the back. I just use this 1/2 inch score tape. That seems to hold on the fun foam well. And then I'm popping this up so you just have a little smidge of that stripe on the bottom peeping through. And then as well, I've got some foam tape on the back of my floral image. And I'm going to pop that up right there. I went ahead and embossed a sentiment from the Beautiful Flowers stamp set. I'm going to put it right there to cover up that harsh line that I got from the masking. That's one of the tricks of the trade. Use your sentiment strip to hide a boo-boo. And then to finish it off, a few sequins and coordinating colors. This card is finished. I love a stripe and a floral. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.